So it's day 2 of Siege. I'm feeling a lot better, although my voice is a little raspy. I apologize for that. I'm RNG Gamer. I play all my games randomly. And let's go see if we can trade up and see how much we can get just by begging people for money. All right, so yesterday we had a couple of gracious people donate $40 to our fundraiser. So we're here with Retro Wolf 88. He's gonna get us started. Can you give me something that's worth more than $40? It has to be a game that I can trade up.
So we actually have this price cheaper than what actually sells.
Okay.
For. But this Target exclusive Mario Golf, we've got it priced at $40.
Sweet, man, I'll do it. Thank you.
You can probably trade this for about 50, 55 bucks value.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. We're getting a good start. So we all know how debilitating of a disease Alzheimer's is. It affects millions of people around the world. But what is rarely talked about is how much it affects the families around them. So many people have to quit work to be a caregiver of someone with Alzheimer's disease. There are so many people suffering from Alzheimer's disease that don't get the care they need, they don't get the food they need, they don't get people to help them. Alzheimer's of Central Alabama is trying to help remedy that. They provide food, care, anything they can to the people that provide care for people with Alzheimer's. If you would like to help somebody, you don't need to give the money to me. There's a link in the description down below of how you can donate money to Alzheimer's of Central Alabama. They do a lot of good work. I wouldn't have selected them for this video if they didn't. So thank you so much, Alzheimer's of Central Alabama, for what you do. And thank you so much for all of you watching out there and for all of you that have helped for this video. So we've done a trade. We've traded the Mario Golf Target exclusive weird version for Pokemon Moon, and Super Smash 3DS. Awesome.
3 games for one.
3 games for one.
Sticking in the Nintendo library.
Right. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
And this is going to go to a really good cause. We have these 3 games, and this gentleman just told me to find something worth $100. So we're going to grab a boxed Donkey Kong Country. That's amazing. Thank you so much for your generous donation. And we're here with PTR Games. We're doing another trade. He's taking the Donkey Kong Country, and he's trading it to me for Silent Hill 2. It's missing the manual, but we're going to be able to trade this really easily. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And we're trading the Silent Hill here for a game I'm not familiar with, Magic Sword, but it's complete in box on the Super Nintendo. It's worth about $130, $135, so that gives us about $15 worth of value. Thank you so much for your donation, man. I really appreciate it. It's going to a great cause.
Hell yeah. Pleasure's all mine.
Thank you. We're not going to trade up on this one. He's just going to throw in Jackal on the NES to add some value to it. That's about $10 more. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Let's keep it going. Well, we had another donation. We got Tasmania here on the Genesis. I used to rent this when I was a kid. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. All right, we have another donation here. Resident Evil 4 on the Wii. It's one of the best ways to play the game because you can actually swipe with your knife by swinging the Wii remote. You can knock projectiles out of the air. It's the only version of this game where you can do that. This gentleman right here donated it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We have another gracious donation. This gentleman here has donated Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 on the Xbox 360. He does a lot of work for veterans, so he knows what it's like and how hard it is to get out there and raise money for these causes. Everybody wants to support it, but when it comes down to putting their money where their mouth is, it always falls short, but not here. Thank you so much, man.
No problem, brother.
So we have another donation here. This time we have Friday the 13th on the NES. It's about $12. Thank you so much. I told them about the cause we were working on. They were really open towards it, but they're trying to clear out stuff. So they didn't want me to give them more games that they had to then get rid of. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Quick donation here, Nintendo Land. Add a little bit of value onto it. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Hey guys, we're trading this stack of just Snickle Fritz stuff here for a higher end PS3 game, Spyro Dawn of the Dragon. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So we're dumping Spyro and then that Super Nintendo game that I already forgot the name of for Castlevania Bloodlines, complete in box on the Genesis with the registration card. And we're holding on to Tasmania as well. Thank you so much. This gentleman here, both sides of his family, has had to deal with Alzheimer's issues, so he knows how hard it is. He knows how hard it is to provide care for those people with such a debilitating disease. So thank you so much for this. Very gracious donation. It's Breakdown on the original Xbox. It's like a $25 or $30 game. He's just throwing it in out of the goodness of his heart. So you guys give him thanks in the comments. All right, so we're trading the Bloodlines for a bunch of limited run game stuff. Axiom Verge 2 Collector's Edition, Bug Fables, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, Complete Edition, River City Girls 0, and Curse Castilla. It's worth about like $260. So that's about a $70 upgrade. We traded one of the limited run games, Bug Box, whatever it's called. What is it? Bug Fables, that's it. For something much easier to move, we got Pokemon Black here. It's worth about 90-ish bucks. That's $10 more of value. We have another gracious donation. This time we've got Super Mario Galaxy 2, one of my favorite Mario games by far. This lovely woman here donated it. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. The gentleman that got us started off yesterday, they donated $40, are taking all our stuff and they're giving us a complete in box Conker's Bad Fur Day in $50. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that, man. And he is donating TMNT on the NES. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it, brother. The TMNT and the $50 bill for Wild Arms 2 on the PlayStation 1. It's about $10 worth of value. This gentleman right here, he's too busy to talk, but thank you anyway. Another donation here. Mario Strikers Battle League on the Switch. Still sealed. Amazing. It's worth $45. It's always hard when this happens because this is a game we're actually looking for and we've got it in our hands and we don't get to keep it. But it's Suikoden. It's Tierkreis, right? Tierkreis. This is worth about $85. We traded the Wild Arms 2 for it. It's about $15 increase. Trading the box Conker's Bad Fur Day for a loose Conker's Bad Fur Day. A Pokemon Stadium with writing on it as they always have. And this double pack of Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is pretty cool. That Conker's was a little overpriced. Traded me up still valued it like what it was worth and gave me a little extra on top of that. So I'm happy with that. Trading the Conker's in the sealed Mario Strikers Battle League for a complete in box Nintendo Switch. It's worth about $220 or so. Gracious donation. A couple of PS4 games. Ghost of Tsushima and Wolong still sealed. Just out of the goodness of their heart. Thank you so much. Doesn't want to trade, he's trying to get rid of stuff, which we understand. So he's going to donate $20 bills right here. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. So we're trading Pokemon Stadium, the Steven edition with the name written on it, for a complete in box Earthworm Jim on the Genesis. And this is not in the hard shell. This is the rare paper variant. Earthworm Jim that we just got for F-16, Fighting Falcon, one of the Hue Card style Sega Master System games you never see, and the PS Vita Collector's Edition of Tesla Grad, which you definitely don't see very often. So thank you so much for that. So sadly, we're trading away the game we actually wanted. We never get to keep this stuff. It's been on my wish list a long time. It's the last Suikoden game I need. But this gentleman here, he's busy. He's getting it for his personal collection, and we are getting Rise of the Dragon, Brutal Paws of Fury, and Star Wars Chess. pretty good deal. It's about $120 with stuff for an $85 game. So this family's eating. I don't want to get them on camera chewing. They're right down there. But they just donated $20. So thank you so much for that. Another donation, Ghost Recon 2 on the PSP, Clue on the Genesis, Monopoly on the Genesis, and Jeopardy on the Genesis, all in the cardboard box that you don't see very much. This gentleman here has donated a DS Lite with the charger as a donation. Thank you so much for your gracious generation. This wonderful lady here has made a cash donation of $100. Thank you so, so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Donation here, this gentleman is donating Smash Bros. 3DS. Great game, solid title, it'll be easy to trade away. So thank you so much for that. We just sold outright our Sega CD stuff. It was valued at about 80 bucks. I would have been lucky to sell it for 50, but they just bought it outright for 85. So thank you so much. Video Game Cavern. They made a donation. Destroy All Humans, Big Willie Unleashed on the freaking Wii. The Wii's gonna blow up soon, I'm telling you it is. Those people that grew up with it are getting older, they're gonna wanna start buying the games they had when they were a kid. So happy to have this one. Thanks so much, man. So we had a fan of the channel, he doesn't wanna be on camera, but he just in passing donated $20. We're doing the Tesla Grad and the Pokemon Sword and Shield for Arc the Lad collection. Working designs for PlayStation 1. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Upstate Games. Another donation, this time of 2 Game Boy games. A Game Boy game and a Game Boy Color. We had Castlevania Adventure, and I guess it's just the first Yu-Gi-Oh, right? It was on Game Boy Color. So this gentleman here is just donating Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Switch to the donation pool. Thank you so much for doing that. So we're trading away these 3 games here on the PlayStation 4 and 5 for Panzer Dragoon on the Sega Saturn. Thank you so much for donating, brother. I appreciate it. We're gonna trade Super Smash Bros. 3DS and Castlevania for a complete in box Marble Madness on the NES. So thank you so much for that. This gentleman here is gonna trade me Panzer Dragoon on the Sega Saturn for Splatterhouse on the PS3, the game that has no business being as valuable as it is. We're trading Destroy All Humans on the Wii for Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run, complete in box on the Super Nintendo. Actually a pretty fun game. I used to rent it all the time when I was a kid. This gentleman's been great. He has like one of the best deals of any booth at this convention. He is clearing stuff out. But he's donating 007 Quantum of Solace to the cause. This is actually a really good game and a lot of fun. All right, guys, we're trading the Splatterhouse on the PS3 for the not Flintstones at Dinosaur Peak, the Rescue of Dino and Hoppy. It's worth about 100 bucks, I think, for an $80 game. That's pretty good. Last year, these guys donated Super Mario Bros. 3. This year, they're donating Super Mario Bros. 3. Thank you so much for that. So, we just traded the complete in box Zelda 2 for a Nintendo 2DS, the Zelda edition. This is like the refurbished model. I've never seen one of these boxes before, but they're pretty cool. Happy to get that one. We're trading the refurbished 2DS Zelda, which like came back from the factory. It had never been opened, it has never even been set up. We're trading it for Wet and Rampage World Tour on the N64 complete box. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Hey, we're here with Aleem, the heaviest hitter at every convention. We're trading the Arc the Lad collection, the Flintstones, friggin' Breath of the Wild 4, Bubble Bobble 2. Thank you so much, Aleem. I really appreciate it. He always adds a lot of value to this. We're trading Super Mario Bros. 3 for Paper Mario Color Splash on the Wii U to Ellis. So we're here, we have another donation, Super Mario Galaxy. Thank you so much for doing that. Well guys, we're here with the Pickin' Preacher. As expected, he made a donation of a sealed Super Mario Galaxy. Thank you so much, brother. All right, we traded that DS Lite bunch of other stuff. It added up to a Pokemon Omega Ruby, a WarioWare Gold, and a Simpsons Hit and Run on the GameCube. From this lovely gentleman right here, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you, man. Hey, we're here with Mort from Morts Garage.
Hello.
We're here with Arkansas Picker, Arkansas Picker. We're here with Retro Gaming Pandemic.
What's up?
All right.
I'm not that tall, man. You got to get me in frame.
I wanted to ask him a really important question.
Yeah.
What's better, Scooby-Doo or Arby's?
What's this? Arby's?
Yeah.
Like roast beef sandwich Arby's?
Yeah, Scooby-Doo or Arby's. How many crabs do you think you could beat in a fight, but you're not allowed to wear any shoes? How many bananas do you think you could eat in one sitting for like $10,000? How many Genesis games do you think you could eat for $10,000?
Dude, I'm going Arby's, man. Roast beef sandwich and a vanilla milkshake? And those curly fries?
Yeah. Don't say 6. Don't say 250. Give me a real answer.
I was going to say like 3.
Th-
They fill me up really, really quickly.
People from California having a real issue with eating bananas.
In one sitting?
Yeah.
I hate to admit this, but I walked barefooted quite a bit in my youth and still commonly now. I got pretty tough feet.
14 and a half. No, that's optimistic.
I was thinking that was low ball.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking you do like 30.
For 10 grand?
Yeah.
You better up that number.
I would say at least 1,000. I can probably clear 1,000. 2,000 if I'm really into it, you know.
I think that's a good answer.
What are the things on the bun?
Sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds.
Okay, 3.23. Perfect. My insides are not made of the steel that they used to be.
Yeah, he's buying me out. He's taking it all. We're selling it for $7.25, which is a good deal. That's about 75 cents on the dollar. You would never get that selling anywhere. And convention prices can get a little inflated. So $7.25, we're happy to get that. Plus with the cash donations, she gives a pretty good donation overall. $970 is going to be going to Alzheimer's of Central Alabama. Here's the proof I did it right here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate that. If you'd like to make a donation of Alzheimer's of Central Alabama, you can find the link up to that in the description. You don't have to give it to me, give it to them. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up if you like the content. If you'd like to do a little bit more, you can join my Patreon in the description down below or become a channel member at the description down below. For as little as 99 cents a month, you get access to the videos early. You get member exclusive videos. There's a lot of different things you can do with the different tiers. Every dollar goes right back into this channel. It does wonders to support me. And I really appreciate all you guys. You can see the channel members of Patreons on the screen right now. I once again apologize for my voice, but it's worth sacrificing my voice to raise this money. So thank you to everyone watching, and thank you to Alzheimer's of Central Alabama. I really appreciate all you do. I hope this money does a little bit to help you.